Hey, I'm Luna Lee, and you're tuned in to Ones to Watch. Alright, Luna Lee is a moon fairy, but she's also a badass bitch who can shred. That's duality for you. Before this, I ate some breakfast. My boyfriend made us eggs. It was very nice. My mom, she is very musical, and I grew up just like surrounded by music because of her. And when I was 5, I asked to start playing the piano, and she signed me up for lessons, and then eventually a few years later joined her partner in running a music school. So I was like completely surrounded by music my whole childhood. So I started piano lessons when I was 5, and then I started learning violin when I was 8, and then I started learning guitar when I was 12. So those were kind of like my main 3 as a kid. And then I picked up the harp a few years ago. My mom rented me one for a month for my birthday, and then I couldn't let go of it. And I also play a bit of bass and drums as well. My sun sign is Libra, which I very much relate to. I can never make a decision. And I love balance, hence the album title, Duality. And my rising and moon sign are both Cancer, which I also relate to very much because I'm very emotional, I cry a lot, and I am very in touch with my emotions. So right before I left to go to music school for violin, I started getting much more involved with the Toronto music scene. Toronto's great, there's like always shows happening, there's such a great community. And so when I was at school, I realized like, I think I'd rather be there. And so I dropped out, moved back to Toronto, and my boyfriend was a really huge help in getting me started in the music scene. He already knew like how to book a show, how to play a show and perform on stage, and he helped me just like figure that all out for the first time. There's a special spark that happens sometimes. Maybe it's a melody or some lyrics that come to me, and it just happens and it feels natural, and that's what happened with Flower, turning Flower into Flower in Full Bloom. There was just something special about it that made me want to continue and expand it and make it its own thing. I would say that duality is a magical universe where you step in and it's beautiful and lush and like kind of alien, and you can feel comfortable to be whoever you want to be and do whatever you want to do and just be peaceful and be yourself in that space. So the word duality kind of came to me after I had finished writing the whole album, writing all the songs, and I had been talking with my producer Brayden about the album and not knowing what to title it, because titles are always the last thing that comes to me. And basically he kind of noticed this theme in the music that was like, there's never just one feeling or mood. In my writing, it seems to be that, you know, whenever there's like something darker happening, there's still an element of lightness in the music, or like maybe there's sad lyrics but a happy sounding tune. So there was that kind of conversation happening, and I realized that that was like very applicable to most of the songs on the album. And I was also thinking about the concept of duality in terms of my identity and how I'm half Korean, half Canadian, and I've had to kind of like balance those two things in my life growing up. And the concept of duality kept expanding from there. I thought of it, you know, in terms of like me and my producer Brayden in the studio and having to like balance our ideas, me kind of tending to go towards more sounds that are like dreamy and light, and him adding an element of darkness to it. And I think like that the idea of balance in your life is something that like everyone can relate to, and it felt right. It felt like the right title for my album. I hope that people feel inspired after they listen to Duality. I hope that they maybe sit down and create something of their own. Everyone has something special to share, so hopefully my art can create a cycle of more people making art. I haven't remembered one of my dreams in maybe the past month, which is very different for me. Currently I'm on a trip to LA And since coming here, I just haven't remembered any dreams, which is really weird and interesting. But when we were on tour with Japanese Breakfast, I had kind of like one main dream that I remembered. Basically, in the dream, everyone was replacing their hearts, like they were getting surgery and replacing their hearts with a metal heart that was supposed to extend your lifetime and make you live longer and more healthily. And I remember just kind of seeing everyone around me deciding to get this surgery and get their metal heart. And I had to like make this decision. I was like, do I do what everyone else is doing right now and get the surgery, or do I want to like keep my own heart in my body and not live as long as the rest of my family and friends, but get to be whole and human? So that was the dream. I did not come to a decision. I could not live without music because my life would be a dead and dreary place without it. But I also can't live without this bag that my boyfriend bought me for my birthday one time. It's dogs, and one of them has glasses. One of them has glasses, and it has 3 pockets. It's got one here, one in the front, and a secret one in the back. So I have like certain things that I put in each pocket, and like, it's so cute. So that's what I can't live without. I am like extremely allergic to dogs, so this is my only real connection with dogs. I love them. I always do Halloween so last minute. It'll be like the day of, and I have to pull something together, but I am quite crafty. So this year I created a Katara costume, Katara from Avatar, and I just like went around my house. I think it was the day before Halloween, and I found this blue jumpsuit and just kind of like cut a bunch of fabric and sewed it together to like enhance the jumpsuit to look more like her outfit. And I did my little hair with the 2 things in the front. Yeah, I would say like that was one of my best, even though it was last minute as always. I would love a yellow mango. I love mangoes so much. It's my favorite food in the world. And they're really seasonal. Like they only come for me in like springtime. So I'm always waiting all year for that mango. Right now they're not in season yet, and I'm so excited for mango season. After this, I am doing some more interviews, and then my boyfriend Jacob and I are going to drive to Malibu because I'm visiting LA right now, and it's also Valentine's Day, so we're gonna have a cute little Valentine's date watching the sunset on the beach. I can't wait. Okay, that's everything. Thank you for having me. Bye.